I wish I knew what sort of skills you needed to lead an organisation like Livity. I started Livity when I was 24, and I had, they say entrepreneurs have a degree of ego, right? Because you have to believe that you're able to do this thing that others don't think they can do. I think social entrepreneurs have an even bigger ego, because they think they can create some kind of business that's going to generate, people are going to want to follow them, and it's going to be successful, and they're going to save the world. The level of ego in social enterprise is huge, and that's a good thing, because you have to have someone who is willing to take a risk, who is willing to believe in themselves when others don't, who is willing to stand up in front of a group of people and lead them in a direction, and someone who is willing to do the hours and the time and provide the strength to take that idea and make it into a reality. So the ego isn't a bad thing, it's a battery that will charge all of those other things, but does need to be kept in check. I think there is a real need for a paradox between knowing and not knowing, because knowing what you don't know is very hard, but knowing that you don't know is very useful. And none of us will truly understand the infinite amount of things that we don't know, and if we did know how big the world that we didn't know was, it would probably fry our tiny minds, so we have to convince ourselves that we do know, but we don't. So acceptance that we're making stuff up a lot of the time, to our best professional estimates, is good. And I think the power of people who don't know what they're doing is great, but hard to talk about in professional circumstances. So being comfortable in uncertainty is a real strength, and one that I've tried to grow. The other thing I think you can grow is your instinct. As a social entrepreneur or as a business leader of any sense, your business instinct is probably the best tool, better than all the management books and better than the courses that you can go on. And it is grown through experience and listening to it and learning to hear it and learning to trust it. It will rarely let you down when you build a good relationship with it. But it's, again, the less tangible, harder to quantify asset that all leaders truly have. And then probably the ultimate for me is around honesty. The integrity of knowing that you've behaved in a way that you believe in, that's true to the principles and the ideas of what you want to do, is the basis of the decision of those who will choose to follow you, and the trust that you will need to have in others. It takes a lifetime to build a reputation that people will believe in and follow, and it takes 5 minutes to ruin it. And ruin it you shall if you ever compromise on what you believe in. Honesty is often used in terms of leadership, but it's based on what it depends upon. You require the trust of others, and trust is given when authenticity is in play. And your authenticity is linked to your integrity of what you stand for, who you're about, the decisions that you make. If you don't stand for something, then you might fall for anything, and you absolutely have to know when the chips are down, when difficult decisions are here, when times are hard and when times are good, what it is that you stand for. So there is no mission creep to what you're about, and then others will follow you and you'll be able to grow your business. And staying true to that is essential. I think it's Warren Buffett that says it takes a lifetime to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin one. But it's absolutely true, and that it can be called into question as you grow an organisation, dependent on others and dependent on clients, and true to the stakeholder groups you're trying to serve, in our instance young people, when the hardest question will come your way of a leader, which is the divide between integrity versus loyalty. And when you have to stay true to the integrity of your organisation and what you stand for in a way that might compromise your loyalty to the group who you serve, it's the hardest of all decisions. And being able to stand up and make those decisions as a leader, openly and transparently, and maintain the trust of those around you, and have a healthy degree of self-awareness that that's the moment you're in, and not melt down, stay true to what you are, is the hardest thing. But it'll be the moment that truly defines you as a leader.